Monkey D. Luffy, the protagonist of the popular manga and anime series One Piece, embarks on a legendary journey with the goal of becoming the Pirate King by finding the legendary treasure, One Piece. The significance of Luffy's journey lies in its embodiment of unwavering ambition, freedom, and the quest for adventure, values that resonate throughout the One Piece narrative. Luffy's journey is marked by challenges, camaraderie, and the gathering of a diverse crew, each member with unique dreams of their own. The idea of Luffy becoming the Pirate King too soon could dramatically alter the trajectory of his story and the broader narrative of One Piece. Luffy's journey is not just about the destination but the experiences and growth along the way. If he were to achieve his goal prematurely, it might undermine the intricate development and storytelling that the series is known for. The significance of his journey is highlighted through key moments, such as his battles with the Seven Warlords of the Sea and his confrontation with the world government at Enies Lobby. These events not only test Luffy's resolve but also solidify his role as a symbol of resistance against oppression. Real-world parallels can be drawn from historical figures like explorers who traveled into the unknown or revolutionaries who fought against tyrannical systems. Their journeys often involved risks and alliances, much like Luffy's. Alternatively, consider athletes or entrepreneurs who early in their careers achieve rapid success but might miss out on the valuable lessons gained from setbacks and challenges. Critics might argue that a premature crowning of Luffy as Pirate King could lead to a narrative anticlimax, depriving the series of its emotional depth and the gradual buildup of tension. Some fans believe that Luffy's strength lies in his perseverance and the relationships he builds, suggesting that cutting these short would detract from the essence of his character. On the other hand, achieving his goal too soon could introduce new story directions, exploring Luffy's reign as Pirate King and its impact on the world. However, this alternative viewpoint might shift the series away from its core themes, undercutting the mystery and intrigue of the One Piece itself. The context of Luffy's journey influences nearly every aspect of One Piece, from character development to world building. It's a delicate balance of pacing and storytelling, pivotal to maintaining the series' allure. Accelerating Luffy's ascension could disrupt this balance, affecting both the protagonist's evolution and the series' overall narrative arc. The concept of immediate impacts on the One Piece world refers to the direct and rapid changes that would occur in the One Piece universe if the protagonist, Monkey D. Luffy, becomes the Pirate King ahead of schedule. This scenario carries immense significance as it challenges the established narrative pace and alters the anticipated development of various story arcs and character relationships. Luffy's early coronation could destabilize the balance of power, influence alliances, and disrupt the ambitions of other pirates, revolutionaries, and world powers. In essence, the rapid ascent of Luffy to Pirate King status could result in a power vacuum. For example, the world government, which has a vested interest in maintaining control, might respond with heightened aggression towards pirates, thus escalating global conflict. Similarly, the power dynamics amongst the four emperors would be disturbed, possibly leading to new alliances or rivalries as they vie for supremacy in a world where Luffy now holds significant sway. One real-world parallel might be the sudden rise of a political leader who overturns entrenched systems, prompting immediate social and political upheaval. Effectively, Luffy's premature rise could serve as a catalyst for widespread reform or chaos within the One Piece world, much like sudden political changes have destabilized societies historically. Opinions supporting this viewpoint suggest that an early ascension might invigorate the plot by subverting the conventional hero's journey, offering fresh narrative paths and character development opportunities. Fans might appreciate the unexpected twist, bringing renewed excitement to the storyline. However, there are challenges and controversies tied to this concept. Critics may argue that such a scenario undermines years of carefully plotted story arcs and character growth. It could also risk alienating fans who are invested in the journey rather than the destination. Alternative viewpoints propose that reaching this climax too soon might create narrative stagnation unless new, compelling storylines are introduced to sustain interest. This immediate impact is intricately connected to other aspects of the One Piece narrative, such as the evolving relationships between the Straw Hat Pirates and their allies and adversaries. Luffy's early success would also necessitate new goals and challenges, perhaps exploring deeper themes of leadership and responsibility. Ultimately, considering these immediate impacts enriches our understanding of the broader implications of Luffy becoming the Pirate King, allowing for a nuanced exploration of narrative possibilities and audience engagement. When we consider the scenario of Monkey D. Luffy becoming the Pirate King too soon, the concept of challenges of rapid ascension to Pirate King status becomes pivotal. This refers to the difficulties and unforeseen complications that arise when a protagonist achieves a pinnacle position at an accelerated speed, bypassing significant growth phases and experiences typically encountered along the journey. The significance of this concept is crucial as it underscores the potential pitfalls of success achieved without the necessary maturity and wisdom that is usually gained through gradual and rigorous endeavor. One key challenge of rapid ascension is the lack of preparedness for the responsibilities and expectations of being the Pirate King. For Luffy, who embodies freedom and adventure, this role entails leading the pirate world, confronting formidable enemies, managing alliances, and maintaining the balance of power. If these responsibilities are thrust upon him prematurely, without the nuanced understanding acquired over time, the likelihood of misjudgments and missteps increases significantly. Consider the rapid ascent of Alexander the Great, who conquered vast territories in a short time, but whose empire fragmented soon after his death due to lack of structured governance. Similarly, in the tech world, companies like MySpace grew quickly without adapting to changing user needs, leading to their eventual obsolescence. These examples illustrate how swift success can result in an inability to sustain long-term dominance without adequate foresight and strategy. Critics might argue that Luffy and his crew, with their distinct abilities and strong camaraderie, could adapt effectively to the new challenges. However, this viewpoint does not account for the unpredictability of power dynamics and the complexities involved in sustaining leadership in a world as treacherous as the Grand Line. Moreover, the rapid attainment of Pirate King status may provoke envy and hostility from rival factions, exacerbating existing tensions and leading to conflicts that Luffy may not yet be equipped to handle. Alternative viewpoints suggest that the journey itself is crucial for character development, allowing Luffy to grow with each encounter and ultimately conquer the challenges of leadership not through innate strength, but through earned wisdom and strategic alliances. In essence, this point ties back to the broader theme of Luffy's journey by highlighting the importance of experiences gained along the way. It challenges the notion of destiny and examines how rushing to the end goal could impact not only Luffy's growth, but also the stability of the pirate world he aims to govern. The idea of Luffy becoming the Pirate King sooner than anticipated has profound implications for the dynamics of the Straw Hat crew. At the core, this concept examines how achieving the ultimate goal might shift interpersonal relationships, roles, and motivations within the crew. Luffy has always been the unifying figure whose dream of becoming the Pirate King inspires and drives his crewmates. If this goal is achieved too soon, it challenges the very foundation of their shared journey and individual aspirations. The significance of this point cannot be overstated. The dynamics of the Straw Hat crew are quintessential to the narrative of One Piece. The crew's chemistry, driven by shared struggles and common goals, could face disruption if their central quest is fulfilled prematurely. It raises questions of purpose, with characters potentially losing their motivation or seeking new ambitions. In practical terms, consider Zoro and Sanji, whose individual desires to become the world's greatest swordsman and to find the All Blue, respectively, are intertwined with Luffy's journey. Achieving the Pirate King title quickly might prompt them to reassess their own paths, perhaps driving a narrative where they pursue personal quests more independently. Another example could be Nami, whose ambition for mapping the world's seas could pivot with newfound resources and recognition, altering her dynamic with the crew. Supporters of this perspective might argue that achieving the ultimate goal would foster growth and evolution within the crew, leading to new adventures and challenges. It could be seen as a natural progression where the crew's bond is tested and ultimately strengthened as they adapt to a new status quo. However, there are potential challenges and controversies to consider. Some might argue that the premature achievement could rob the narrative of its long-term suspense and development arcs for each character. There's a risk of diminishing the dramatic tension that fuels the series, potentially alienating fans who revel in the gradual buildup of their journey. This concept also interlinks with broader themes within One Piece, like legacy, dreams, and the impact of power. Achieving the Pirate King title could catalyze unforeseen challenges, such as new enemies or political intricacies, reflecting the complexity of maintaining power once it's attained. In essence, while becoming the Pirate King might seem like an endpoint, it could transform into a new beginning, influencing ongoing arcs, motivations, and character growth, thus keeping the series fresh and engaging.